It's the Opperman Report. Join digital forensic investigator and PI Ed Opperman for an in-depth discussion of conspiracy theories, strategy of New World Order resistance, high-profile court cases in the news, and interviews with expert guests and authors on these topics and more. It's the Opperman Report. And now, here is investigator Ed Opperman.
Okay, welcome to the Opperman Report. I'm your host, private investigator Ed Opperman. Okay, and this show is brought to you by, this show is brought to you by William Ramsey. He has a Patreon account he just set up, just tonight. I just got the notification of it. And the link is up on my Facebook page, and we'll have a link up on the YouTube page. And over on, the blog and all that kind of stuff. And the only problem is the link is it's brand new, so it has like all those letters and numbers and stuff like that. But I guess if you go to Patreon, everyone's heard of that, right? Go to Patreon and then look up William Ramsey. Is creating books, films, news, and articles. Patreon, Patreon, and it's kind of a way to support William Ramsey's work, which I think is incredible. It's incredible work. So, show is brought to you by William Ramsey's Patreon account. And that's about it. And also, too, you can always go to OppermanReport.com and sign up for the members section, which helps to support the shows and keeps us alive and keeps us in business here. So we really appreciate that. Also, the Opperman Report GoFundMe account. Hey, by the way, I want to thank Big Earn from the chat room for sending us something off the GoFundMe Amazon wish list, little lapel recorder that we can use when doing interviews out in the fields and stuff like that. Thank you very much, Big Earn. Okay, or buy my book. Okay, let's see here. What a week. Spent about 14 hours at the dentist this week. That's why my voice sounded so bad at the beginning of that interview there with those with the people about Timothy McVeigh. Now, after that interview, we followed up with a little bit of research on our own, okay? And we discussed with a source, PatCon, and that is the government group that was set up to entice right-wingers to engage in violence by infiltrating groups with government informants and operatives. There was a guy named John Matthews, and we're going to try and get a hold of him and get him on the show. And he's someone who knew the operations and the operatives. Matthews was with Strassmeyer and McVeigh in Texas for training in the early 90s. Eric Holder knew of these operations. And, he set up Fast and Furious. These were official operations, which Holder denied publicly, making him a liar. And let's see. Get this. One of these operations with these neo-Nazi groups, these Aryan groups, almost led to the destruction of the cooling system at a nuclear power plant in Alabama. The Aryan Republican Army was set up by the U.S. government. Its creation was an operation. Merrick Garland, the Supreme Court nominee, is a government man all the way. And he was inserted into this McVeigh trial in order, and he was involved in the cover-up of the information about the video cameras, and with the, let's see what else. Another guy, Richard Lee Guthrie of the Aryan Army, reportedly hanged himself while in custody a day before he was to give a television interview about an alleged cover-up to the death of Kenneth Michael Trentadue. So this is some information we've gathered since we recorded that interview and since I've been getting my teeth cleaned for a whole week straight. Okay.